Okay, everybody. So thank you very much for your time. Great talk, by the way. So my name is Claudio. I'm one of the co-founders for Metapool, which is a liquid staking platform for the NEAR protocol. And today I'm going to be talking about staking assets through the NEAR EVM Rainbow Bridge. Shout out to my partner, Lucio, who's hearing us from Buenos Aires. He is the mastermind behind all of this, so shout out and due to him as well. So what is Metapool? We're the first liquid staking solution on NEAR protocol. Basically, we let users stake their NEAR and receive a liquid asset, which is called stNEAR. Right now, one of our main goals is basically to liberate the more so or less 400 million NEAR tokens that are on the different validator nodes on the network and helping that capital flow back into the ecosystem. So that's one of the main advantages of building a liquid staking solution on top of a proof of stake network. One of the other things that is really important for liquid on stake is for a liquid token is that it enables users to immediately unstake their tokens or their assets. So that means that they don't have to wait on the cooldown period. For NEAR, it's really noble. It's around 56 to 65 hours. So it's not that bad, but at the end of the day, when you're going to cash out, well, you don't want to wait 3 days, right? So anyhow. So we enable stNEAR token holders to unstake immediately. And of course, they get their NEAR back, their token, and their rewards as well. So this is how Metapool works. Basically, you have tons of stakers. They deposit their NEAR to stake, or they can also participate in the liquidity swap pool. I'm going to tell you a little bit about our design. So with Metapool, we do not, the stNEAR token is not a rebasing asset. That means that we're not sending tokens back to the wallet. Basically, the NEAR token it's the stNEAR by itself. It's accruing in value every epoch, which in NEAR protocol is 13 hours. And this allows us for anybody that is holding stNEAR to pair it as an LP token for farms and for pools, and also, of course, for borrowing and lending. Because since the token is accruing in value every 13 hours, you can easily, this is a self-paying asset. And we will talk about that a little bit later. So what is our goal? Our goal is basically to solve 3 problems with a proof of stake network. One is illiquidity. Yes, of course, you're staking your NEAR, you're securing the network, you're providing censorship resistance to the network, but at the end of the day, it's not capital efficient. It is accruing in value. You are getting the rewards, but at the end of the day, that capital is not flowing back into the ecosystem. Through a liquid staking solution, we're allowing this. And then if you go and use the Rainbow Bridge, which is an EVM-compatible bridge for NEAR, then you can send that liquidity to any EVM-compatible network, which in this case is Aurora. I'll be talking about them in a little while longer. So immobility is another one. Right now, when you're staking your tokens or your assets, you're basically making a decision. Do either I want to stake or do I want to participate in DeFi or lending or buying NFTs or whatnot with that token? And so we're allowing now in this for NEAR token holders not to have to choose. They can stake their NEAR, they get a liquid token back, and they can participate in DeFi with that token. Since it's not a rebasing asset, you're not losing the rewards, which in the case for other liquid staking solution providers, that's a big issue. They're rebasing the asset. They're sending that stETH or whatever else token back to the wallet. And so if you do that and create an LP token with that, you're going to be losing out on the rewards. Through stNEAR, we avoid that problem. One of the things that I forgot to tell you as well is, why is it not a rebasing asset? The design of Metapool is super easy and not complicated. We're pulling all the NEAR, all the token being staked into one single pool. And that single pool is distributing all of the tokens to the different validator nodes of the network. And that way, it makes it super easy to calculate the amount of rewards that are coming to the whole pool. So, but that again presses some other issues, but I'll talk about them later. The other one is accessibility. Right now, most of the relationships with proof of stake tokens is it's a one-to-one, one delegator to one validator node. We believe that that's not the optimal solution because as any network grows, there's a power law structure there. The top 10 validator nodes in any proof-of-stake network are going to accrue the biggest amount of tokens, because that's the way it is. That's the way networks are built. With a proof-of-stake protocol, that creates a problem, because the Nakamoto coefficient is not going to be there for you. Because, of course, people are going to go, and if they see a validator called Bison, or they see the one called Coinbase, they're going to go there, right? Because it's a name brand, but they do not know there's other 100 validator nodes on the network, which can provide the same service or even do a better APY. With Metapool, what we're doing is we're distributing to the 95 validator nodes on the network outside the top 10. So we're helping the network be more censorship resistant. So we believe that that's a good design for a liquid staking solution. Okay, so now talking about the EVM. I know many of you guys maybe have heard about Aurora. So that's the native NEAR protocol EVM. It's full-on Ethereum compatible. And one big thing here is that it provides the NEAR scalability. For some of you that heard Ilya's talk a few minutes back on the laser stage, he discussed this, how sharding has now been, how sharding is now on mainnet for NEAR. So Aurora is feeding off of that scalability as well. And the third thing is that it's a trustless bridge. I'll talk about that, how we're leveraging that. And basically, it allows any P141 token in NEAR to go and be bridged over to EVM compatible. And so any DEX, AMMs, Sushi, Dodo can support that token, and you can create LP tokens for farms or pools. It's a low cost. It used to be free, not anymore. But at the end of the day, somebody's got to pay for the party, but you pay in ETH. So you do it all through MetaMask, basically. And you get exposure to more than 80 plus dApps that are coming from the NEAR ecosystem or from the Ethereum ecosystem as well. So lots of growth potential. So if you want to check it out, please do so. It's aurora.dev. So why use the Rainbow Bridge? For us is we wanted to build one of the core building blocks for DeFi in both Aurora and the NEAR ecosystems. So an opportunity when you're bridging liquid assets is that you can bring liquidity from any of the two networks into the different DEXs or the AMMs or the lending and borrowing platforms. And so this creates and at the end of the day, I think many of us right now know that the future is cross-chain. But one of the key problems here is how are you going to be migrating liquidity from one system to the other? And so that's one of the things that we're trying to solve here. And we believe that a liquid asset can be a core asset for any DEX and AMM, because that asset is accruing in value every 13 hours. Of course, the fiat price is going to fluctuate, but the base token is always going to be accruing in value. So you basically are creating a self-paying asset to be used in DEXs and AMMs. So yes, there's arbitrage opportunities as well for those traders, but then again, that's what makes capital flow, right? And the other one is also when right now the basic asset of NEAR that is being used in Aurora is wrapped NEAR. We believe that that's not a capital efficient asset because those assets are not being staked right now on the validator network for the NEAR protocol. This can also be applied to any other proof of stake solution that wants to bridge over to Ethereum ecosystem. And so with that, like I said, the future is cross-chain, and we believe that there's a lot of potential for growth here that has not been assessed at the moment. So we hope to be one of the first. Let's see if we are a little bit lucky. So right now we have a couple of partnerships. There's already AMMs using our liquid asset token. One of them is Trisolaris. There's already around maybe 5 million, 6 million of TBL there. This is basically demonstrating that there's a need and also that LP providers are hungry for this type of asset to be used in AMMs and DEXs. There's more farms coming with WannaSwap, NearPet as well. Shout out to the NEAR ecosystem there. And now, one of the big things for a self-paying asset as stNEAR or other liquid staking tokens is that it is the basic asset for borrowing and lending. So Rose is going to be one of them first partners in the Aurora network to support stNEAR. And then this is the other crazy thing. I know maybe many of you guys have participated, and gals, sorry about that, mind my manners, have participated in IDO platforms, right? The problem with IDO platforms right now is that they only work on a bull market. When the push comes to shove and when it's not the right time, people are not willing to risk their assets. One of the things that we're partnering with NEAR Mint is that do not risk the basic asset, risk the rewards. So we're going to be launching on the EVM compatible NEAR Mint XYZ, I think it's the URL. And what you're going to be doing is basically a project wants to launch, and what you're going to be depositing is stNEAR assets in it, and the project is going to get the rewards from that asset. And the user gets back the native asset, which in this case is NEAR. It's going to come back as wrap NEAR. It's going to be a little bit of craziness, but that's we're alpha beta testing as we go. We'll see how that goes. So what's the potential for staked assets? One is the reasons that we bridge our assets over to Aurora is that it enables validator nodes to get access to the basic token. And in this case is wrap NEAR, which is going to help decentralize the network for NEAR and at the same time provide the security for the Aurora EVM. The other one is, can you do liquid staking with wrap assets? So that's another thing we're experimenting. Can you grab your wrap NEAR, send it to the bridge, unwrap it, stake it, get stNEAR back, send it to the bridge back again, and then use it? Well, we're going to find out in 2 or 3 weeks. So for those that are willing to experiment in alpha beta tests, please hit me up or send a message on Telegram for sure. So this will provide a liquid staking mechanism using your MetaMask wallet. You do not have to have the NEAR native wallet in order to do liquid staking with NEAR over the EVM. And like I said, we're auto-bridging all of the assets and distributing to more than 95 validator nodes on the network. So this is helping not only strengthen the NEAR protocol network, but also the Aurora EVM. And for us, we believe that there's a leverage opportunity here, of course. One of the things is stNEAR gives you the basis of what the accruing rewards in the NEAR protocol gives you, which is 11% APY. Of course, the party's not going to last forever, but at the end of the day, the 3, 4 years, 5 years to bootstrap the protocol, we will be able to provide the 11%, and then we will see how that things go. Other than that, yeah, I think hopefully I have some time for questions, and so people can shoot your shot if they want. Hopefully I can answer something. You got my details there. Please send us an email or ping us on Twitter or whatnot. Likely to be talking to many of you guys about liquid assets and how they can be bridged over to the Aurora bridge and bring liquid assets to EVM compatible bridges. Thank you very much, guys. Have a good one and stay safe. Questions? Oh, there you go. Yeah, there you go. Dan, thank you very much, man.
Thank you for the presentation. How do you ensure the security within the bridge? You know, there are lots of exploits happening on the bridge, and what kind of unique solutions do you provide to the users?
Yeah, so, sorry, your name?
John.
John, thank you very much for your question, John. And this is something really bad that I didn't say. All throughout the protocol is non-custodial. So we're not holding the keys for any of the transactions that the user does, either through the EVM or directly on Metapool. So at the end of the day, yes, just watch out for the links that you're clicking, right? But the idea here is that the user is always in charge of all the transactions, going through the bridge, going back again and depositing the assets. The user is the one doing all of that, right? There's an automation process there. That's the other thing. We did get audited by BlockSec. Thank you very much, guys, for giving us the okay that everything was safe. But yes, there's not enough audit that you can do to understand the vector of attacks going through the bridge. But right now, since it's non-custodial, so we think I cannot guarantee that the transaction is going to go, right? But at the end of the day, is the user is in control of the assets in every point, in any point of contact with the system. So hopefully I answered that question. Anyone more? No more questions? Nope. Okay. So thank you very much, guys. Enjoy Denver, enjoy the drinks, and looking forward to meeting every one of you. Thank you.